What's going on, guys? It is Jamie and welcome to the channel Thrift on Fire. This week we're going to be talking about what sold on eBay, Etsy, Poshmark, and etc. Also, I want to talk about what happened over the weekend. We had Black Friday followed by Cyber Monday. I had a really good weekend on Etsy. This was probably one of my best weekends of the year. I think just over those 3 days, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, there was about $500 in sales on Etsy alone. So I'm going to share those with you. And then obviously some bread and butter stuff on eBay and other platforms. All right, I'm just going to share the Etsy sales with you right away. As you can see on screen right now, the Buffalo Bills jacket finally sold. I haven't had it too long, but I've been waiting for this thing to sell. I thought it was going to sell pretty quickly. Got a lot of offers. About $150, right around the $190 mark. And I just kept counter offering normally at about $225 all the way down to $210. No bites, no bites, no bites, and then sells for full price on Etsy, $269.95. I had it listed on eBay, I think, for maybe $245, so less on eBay, but still sold full price on Etsy. I love it. I paid $18 for this. I can't find comps for the exact jacket, but it's a good one. I picked up this Pro Player jacket. Pro Line Apex 1 jacket. This was a really great pickup. I think I paid $18 for it, like I said in the clip there. This was a really cool jacket. Beautiful back. The condition of this jacket was amazing. You know, obviously I'm paying fees and stuff on this, but still $18 into $269 plus shipping. Fantastic. So this was a good start to my. This happened over the weekend, the past weekend, which was Black Friday, Cyber Monday. So I don't know if Etsy was offering promotions or something happened or why somebody bought this all of a sudden for full price, or at least it appears to be full price on my half anyway. I wasn't running a sale on this whatsoever. Yeah, pretty awesome. Couldn't be more happy with this. And the sales kept coming on Etsy. So I'm just going to share all 4 Etsy sales that came over the weekend to you right now. And then we'll get into the other stuff that sold. Next up, I sold this vintage 35mm camera. It is a Pentax point and shoot camera. With these type of things, I usually do not film test them as it is a film camera. I usually just put batteries in, make sure it winds, everything clicks. Everything seems to be functional as far as you possibly can without film, obviously. This one sold for $89. I generally pay somewhere between $3 to $9 for these cameras. Sometimes they sell really quick and sometimes you hang on to them. I mean, it's sort of like everything else out there, you know, it's supply and demand. These old cameras still do sell, and they do sell for pretty decent money. So if you see them out there, look them up. You know, this is basically what you're looking at. This is the brand right here, Pentax. This is the model right here. You just want to enter this in exactly as you see it, right on the front of the camera here. Let me see, there's probably a good picture right there. You know, that's all you're going to put in. It's going to come up with search results. You can go through sold and listed and kind of compare, figure out what you think it's going to be worth. But some of these old cameras like Pentax, you know, Canon, even some of the Kodak cameras, there's so many different brands out there, to be honest, but definitely look them up because you might be surprised what they're worth. This one took a little while to sell, but did sell for good money on Etsy. Next up, another Etsy sale. This is an RCA VCR player. This is the model right here. So it's a VCR Plus VR344. It is tested with no remote. For me, testing means I plugged it in, it powers on. I put a cassette tape in, I hit play, it plays, I let it play for a few minutes, stop it, I do a fast forward, I do a rewind, I eject the tape, and if everything functions great, perfect. If it has different sources, I will click through the sources to make sure that they all do something. But I usually don't hook it up to the TV anymore. If it was a DVD player, I might, just to make sure the laser was working. But usually with these players, if it's playing, fast forward, rewinding, not trying to eat the tape, anything like that, I'm usually okay and consider it tested. So this guy, I think I paid $10 for it maybe about a week ago in Elmer. I think this one came from Elmer at the what is that store called there? It's just a little mom and pop thrift store. It might even just be called Elmer Thrift, to be honest. It's nothing fancy, but I've found lots of good stuff there in the past. So, you know, I was just taking some basic pictures, front, side to side. I like to show the side of the VCR. Both sides, just to show that it's not all beaten up. There's no big dings in it or anything like that. Then I show, you know, I've said this many times before, I just show the back, and then I'll usually show the actual plate that has the information on it. And that's about it. So, you know, for me, a quick wipe down, maybe 3 to 5 minutes worth of testing on this machine, and it sold within a week for $65. Like I said, I paid $10 for this, not too bad. For these type of units, I've mentioned it in the past, I charge $20 flat for VCRs. DVD players, some larger items, you know, TVs and stuff like the CRT TVs, it's more money, but basic stuff in this type of weight and size, $20 flat, that definitely covers it. I think for this one in particular, it cost me, I think, $16 to ship. Not too bad. Really happy with this sale. I'm always going to pick up VCR DVD combos when they are available. So this next one's kind of fun for me. It's not a big dollar sale, $24.98, but it's from my buddy Ryan. If you don't remember, I'll link it down in the description. Viewer of the channel, we're Instagram friends. I bought out his entire eBay store, pretty much his entire eBay store anyway. They're tough too, right? Because I wouldn't pay more than $2 for plate.
Yeah.
They suck to ship.
Yeah. The good thing is they all have their like certificate of authenticity and are in like a nice package to ship.
Yep.
I would go really cheap on them. I think there's 10. I would do like $1 a plate.
Yeah, I mean, I would take them for that and figure out what I'm gonna do with them. Pretty much all the stuff that I wanted from it. And I'm sure maybe he sold the rest of it off or donated it, I'm not sure. But we made a deal, I bought his stuff. I've pretty much sold everything, and this was the last Disney collector's plate that I had from him. So, you know, I didn't really do anything with it. I just sat waiting. I ran sales on eBay, but on Etsy, it's just been listed at $24.98 for the last year or so. And it finally sold for $24.98 on Etsy plus shipping. So I'm done with all the Disney plates from him. I had a bunch in boxes. This was one of the loose ones. It was the last one I had. So I'm really happy to see those go. Would I pick up Disney collector's plates again? If I could get them for like $1 or less, probably. It's way better if they have the boxes because it's easier to ship. This one I had to get creative with shipping. I still shipped it pretty cheap, very safely packed inside of another box, in a box, inside of a box that had padding. So I think it's gonna arrive safe. There's no worries with that at all. But I thought this was a cool one to round out my Etsy sales, was the last collector's plate from the store buyout. Kind of fun. Next up, we have a Poshmark US sale. So this is $40 American, which is about $54 Canadian. I believe I picked this up in the summer at a yard sale for around $10. I could be off there. I usually pay $10 to $20 max on jerseys. I kind of feel like this came from somebody that I got stuff out of a storage unit from, but I could be wrong on that as well. You know, I pick up a lot of jerseys, so it's kind of hard to keep them all, you know, in my head, because I don't actually write down cost of goods for every single item. I just keep an itemized receipts. If I go to a thrift store, I just kind of keep an itemized receipt of how much I spent. And then if I go to a yard sale, I will just basically put how much I took out of the bank to spend at the yard sale. I don't actually itemize everything for cost of goods that way. You know, it's each their own. If you do itemize every single thing, that's awesome. That's not the way that I do it in my bookkeeping. And I don't think there's a right or wrong way, but you know, for inventory like this, I'm gonna say I roughly spend $10 to $20. So I think it's on the $10 range for this guy. But for these type of jerseys, I just do the front of the jersey, the back of the jersey, take a picture of the tags generally, so that one and that one. Then I'll do like a chest measurement and a length measurement, and that's about it. This one I hung on to for a while, but we are in football season. You know, if you have football stuff, get it listed now because people are buying this stuff. They're excited. They'll buy it for gifts, all kinds of reasons. When it's football season, football stuff sells really, really good. Even outside of football season, things definitely do still sell. So, you know, always pick this stuff up if you see it for a good price, and you can be happy you're turning, you know, a pretty minimal investment of what I believe to be about $10 from my memory anyway, into $40 US. Pretty decent. Next up, I sold a Big Mick. This is 17-inch Mickey Mouse. These old St. Mick, I think these came from Costco maybe originally. That's where I think they're from. Not 100% sure. I bought these at the end of season last year, so I think me and my wife went over Christmas break or something, like maybe around New Year's, to Niagara Falls, and there's a liquidation store down there that's really cool that has all kinds of stuff. So they were liquidating Christmas stuff, and it was, I think I paid $30 for this, and I got a closet full of them. We have one for ourselves. I've sold this one. I've sold another one on Facebook Marketplace. I think I have 3 or 4 of these left. Like I said, I paid $30 cash for these. I knew I was going to have to hang on to them for till the season. We're in the season now, right? I thought maybe one might sneak out on a different platform, like maybe one would sneak out in Etsy, somebody just wanting one. I think I also had these displayed in our Christmas and July show this past summer on Instagram. But this is cool. I think these will all sell before the end of Christmas here. I will run a bigger sale maybe midway through December, just in case they don't sell. but not bad, right? $125 plus shipping. I actually had a box that this slid right inside, and I just put some extra packing paper on it, so it was in a box. I think it's gonna arrive safe. It's all the original foam is inside. This thing is like brand new. It is basically brand new. Really, these were basically shelf pullers from a store. So it was open just to make sure that nothing was broken inside. And that was me opening it when I bought them. And that was it. So other than that, pretty happy with this. I don't think I made a video about this, but I know I made an Instagram post. If you guys follow me on Instagram, it was me and my wife in a car full of Mickeys. It was crazy. We couldn't, on our way home, we could hardly even, we couldn't see out the back for sure. It wasn't the safest drive home, but still really happy to pick these things up. Next up, this is a Vera Bradley floral print crossbody quilted bag with matching wallet. You can see the wallet right here. This was in great shape. It was $6 at Salvation Army. This was something we picked up, me and my wife picked up last week, and it sold within just a few days. I have another one I do have another one listed in my store that I picked up last week, but the colorway, black and white, it's pretty hard to go wrong there. I think the other one I have is like, it's a little weirder colors. I think it might be like, there might be some pinks in it, or pinks and greens. Maybe I'll throw up the other one just so you can see it. But regardless, this one sold really quick. So if you find Vera Bradley, definitely pick it up. I've been looking in the bins for it for quite a while. I never see it there, and if I do see it, it's way too dirty. This one wasn't too bad. It had a little bit of a discoloration here in some of the white just right there. But other than that, it's really nice. It's in great condition. I took an individual picture of, I think, the little wallet. It was cool. And then I took a picture of the inside to show it was super clean, but really happy with this. It was a quick sale. If you're not familiar with this brand, I don't pick up a lot of purses, but this is one that I would definitely pick up because right now they're popular and you can flip them pretty quickly. Next up, this was a really quick sale as well. These are a pair of Torrid Harry Potter leggings, size 00, which in Torrid is about a medium large, roughly. When you go on their size charts, that's kind of where they put their 00. So I kind of thought, this is a little bit small. Torrid is typically known for plus size. I hope this sells quickly. It's a great, Torrid's a great brand. Harry Potter is a great franchise. So these are a pair of leggings, and they feel really cool. It's kind of hard to show the print, but you can see it's very busy. I think I took another picture more up close to some of the print, right? Like, it's cool. But this guy did sell pretty quickly. They were picked up at the Goodwill bins, so it's by weight. I would think I paid next to nothing. Definitely less than $1. I don't exactly know how much these weighed, but not very much at all. And they sold super quick for 20 bucks. So it's not huge profit, but when you find leggings at the bins, I also would pick up like Nike leggings and stuff like that. And kind of anything with neat prints on them or really cool prints or good brands. They're so lightweight at the Goodwill bins. It's worth picking up for me as long as they're not all like, the worst thing about, trust me, I don't know a lot about women's leggings, but with the Torrid ones, sometimes there's like pilling on the legs from maybe being stretched or just worn a lot. If they're like that, just leave them alone. But if they look like new condition, these look like brand new, basically. Definitely pick them up. They will sell pretty quickly. I did think this was gonna sell for more money, but like I said, I didn't comp it when I picked it up. I knew they were cheap, so I just picked them up, but they sold quickly for 20 bucks anyway. Next up, I sold another Joe Feeman jersey. Now, you just see me sell one of these, I think, in my last What Sold video. This is a 2XL. I think the last one was maybe a large or a medium. Forget the size of it exactly, but same deal with this one. I think I accepted a best offer of $95. I think these are all gonna sell over Christmas because of the delist, relist. I'm not running sales on any of these things because I don't think I need to yet, but I did lower the price quite a bit. I think I talked about that in the last one that sold. These were listed much, much higher when I first listed them because I needed to try to get back all the money I could, because I put out like $2,000 when I bought this Dick's Sporting Goods, this liquidation buy, or this, whatever you want to call it, pallet buy. So now I know I've made all my money back from the pallets. I'm okay with like having the prices a little more competitive, and as you can see, they're selling. So I had it listed for $105, took a best offer of about $95. Couldn't be happier. Like I said, I think I had so many of these jerseys. I think I only have like 3 of them left now. So pretty happy with that. Now the last one I'm gonna show you guys is a vintage sale. It's a vintage t-shirt. It's a 2-sided duck shirt. I will show you just sort of, this is the front here, obviously. The back is the back-sided ducks. Very cute. It is called Print of Tails. If you look that up on eBay or look it up online, they do like 2-sided things like this. There's cats and other animals. They're very cute. It's on the vintage tag here. It's a medium. Okay, I always do the chest and the length for t-shirts, because those are the most common questions you're going to ask, is for measurements like that on t-shirts. So I just put them in there. I still get people ask for the measurements anyway, and I just say, hey, they're already in the pictures. And most people are just like, oops, sorry, I didn't look that far. I'm sure you get the same thing if you sell clothing. Yeah, so I had this listed for $30 on Vinted. On Vinted, I will get $30 deposited to my bank account once the transaction is complete. The buyer's responsible for shipping and fees. In this case, they picked Canada Post home delivery. Normally, most people pick Pure Later, and they send you a Pure Later label for free, and then you take it to a drop-off center. For me personally, Staples, local, you can just take it to Staples and drop it off, and they do everything. So this one, I had to pay for it out of pocket through Canada Post, and they give you back, they prorate it back to you, so I will get that money back as well. Normally people don't do that, but the the Canada Post home delivery is definitely more convenient, because I think what happens when buyers pick Pure Later on Vinted, they also have to go pick it up at a Staples or wherever the drop-off center is. So the home delivery goes straight to their home, which is better for me because I have tracking that says it's been delivered. Sometimes on Vinted, which is sort of annoying, is you'll do the Pure Later thing. It'll go to wherever they're supposed to pick it up. They never pick it up, and it gets shipped back to you. Now that is all free of charge to you as the seller, but it can tie up your item for a month. I've had to tie up stuff longer than that, but I'd say average is a month when that happens. But you know, that sort of is going to happen with returns and stuff on every platform. But this one is going, like I said, Canada Post home delivery, so I'm not worried about it. Really happy with this sale. It's a cool shirt. If it's a bigger shirt, once again, I probably would keep this one. I think it's really cool. I like these double-sided vintage shirts. They're pretty neat. All right, I'm really happy with the sales over the last weekend or so. And this week, things have been going pretty good as well. You know, this is the time of year where things really start to pick up for sales. You know, I've heard lots of people say sales are still slow, but I just keep listing, keep listing, keep listing. I think your sales will pick up. Make sure you're listing stuff that's good quality that people want. That's obviously important. Sell-through rate is huge. If you're just getting into selling online and you don't know what that is, you're basically, you know, you want more, when you look things up, you want to see more sold than listed, and you know your item's going to sell fast because it means it's in demand. You know, other than that, you know, I think this time of year, we can all hope to get some pretty decent sales. And, you know, in my experience in the past, some people think January's been slow, but when I look back at some of my numbers, January has always been good for me. For numbers for reselling as well, because I feel like a lot of people get gift cards and money for Christmas, and they buy those things that they wouldn't normally buy, you know, with their own money, because it's, you know, basically gifted, right? If you're getting a gift card from eBay or getting money gifted to you for Christmas, you might go buy that, you know, that vintage video game or something like that that you wouldn't normally spend money on. All right, thank you guys so much for watching. If you like videos like this, please give it a thumbs up. If you're not subscribed to the channel, please consider subscribing for more content. Till next time, take care, stay safe, we'll see you soon. Bye-bye.